lesson 3 of our measurement unit, and today we're going to learn about measuring with a ruler, which most of you guys already know. But before we do that, I'm going to say a number, and I want you to write an addition sentence to make 10 in your notebook paper or on your whiteboards. And I'll also write the number as I say it. So if I say the number 15, my next 10 is 20. How many more do I need until I reach 20? I can do this by looking in the ones place and thinking, who is 5's partner? Your answer should be 5. You should have 15 plus 5 is 20. The next one is 18. Please write an addition sentence to make your next 10. What you should have is 2. 18 plus 2 is 20. Now I would like you to pause the video and do the same with 47 and 53. And when you come back, you should have 47 plus 3 will make my next 10, which is 50. 53 plus 7 will make my next 10, which is 60. All right, up next is your application problem. And remember, I read, you draw and write an equation to match what I'm saying. Jamie has 65 flashcards. Harry has 8 more cards than Jamie. How many flashcards does Harry have? Jamie has 65 flashcards. Harry has 8 more cards than Jamie. How many flashcards does Harry have? Jamie has 65 flashcards. Harry has 8 more cards than Jamie. How many flashcards does Harry have? Okay, so I want you to pause the video and begin to work out this, or you can keep looking at it, but make sure you're working on this problem. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it once you have your answer. So hopefully you pause the video, work this problem out, and then return and see mine. So I'm going to read it once again before I start working. Jamie has 65 flashcards. Harry has 8 more cards than Jamie. How many flashcards does Harry have? So I'm going to write a J for Jamie. She has a total of 65 flashcards. I'm going to write an H for Harry. He has 8 more than 65. So I'm going to write 65 in this box. And in the end, I'm going to add another box with an 8 onto it. My equation should be 65 plus 8 because I am trying to figure out how many Harry has, and I know that he has 8 more than her number, which is 65. Now you can solve this equation many ways. I know that 5 and 5 are partners to make 10, so I'm going to pull 5 out of here, and there's 3 more left over here. I can go 65 plus 5, which is 70. And what I do with these left over, I'm going to add them. 70 plus 3 is 73. So I hope you guys got the answer of 73. You can also use a drawing if you would like to. That is fine. All right, so today we're going to be measuring with our centimeter rulers, which some of you have already been measuring with. And it's going to be kind of just like yesterday. I'm going to open up my folder and pull out an example worksheet for you guys. And we are going to measure using a ruler today instead of my centimeter cubes. All right, so this says the picture of this fish is blank centimeters long. So I'm going to pull up my ruler and I start at that 0 point and I end here. Making sure I start at that end point at the 0 where there's nothing there. And wherever my black line ends, that's my answer. So since mine is closer to the 3, I'm just going to round it down. My answer here is going to be 3 centimeters. And now I'm going to pull up my ruler again. It looks like this is about 14 and a half. So I'm going to say 14 and a half. And I'm saying 1/2 because this right here is right in the middle. The end point is right in the middle of the 15 and the 14, so it's 1/2. And I guess, well, it depends on whether or not you are zoomed in or not, because it may change. So I just zoomed out and I hit 13. So it depends on how much you zoom in on your paper. The size may change, but that's okay. Just as the point is for you to understand how to use your ruler. All right, so the picture of the fish tank is blank centimeters longer than the picture of the fish. So in order to find the difference of this, I need to go 14 and 1/2 minus 3. But I am actually going to round up and change this to 15. So to find the difference, I'm going to go 15 minus 3 to find the difference between the fish and the actual tank. And so on your problem set, you guys are going to do the same thing. The only difference from the lesson today is that we're using a ruler instead of a centimeter cube. You're going to have to measure each side of a shape. So starting here, this ends at 3. And then I'll have to see if I can rotate my ruler. I'll have to do my diagonal one. Download my diagonal one. So what you'll have to do is use your ruler and turn it this way up and down and tell me the measurement of side B. Okay, or side B and D of your shape on your problem set. So this lesson, it's pretty quick. It's just we're going over how to use a centimeter ruler, which the gist of it is that you have to start at the 0 point. And then you are going to be required to answer some questions about your side. And if I wanted to measure the bottom one here, that would be 5. So I would write a 5 in there. So you're going to measure each side, and using your ruler at home, you'll be able to shift it. And then you will answer some questions about each side at home. All right, so if you have any questions for me, you can join me during my office hours. So this lesson was just kind of more practice with the centimeter, measuring in centimeters. It's just that we're using a ruler today instead of the cubes.